So I'm sharing the list of stories that I am going to be making videos about um, as a bit of an outline of what's to come over the next few weeks. So I talked about the time that I believe God called my name in the middle of the night and I jumped out of bed. I talked about the time that I had a demon sit on the corner of my bed and speak to me when I was younger. We had a big change this past year, and we decided not to take our annual family trip to Disney because we had found out some stuff about Disney and Walt Disney and about the organization's intentions that really shook us up a bit. So 3 weeks before our trip, we decided to change the flights, and the original change request was going to be thousands of dollars, like $3,500, and God really saved us in a way with that it ended up only costing us a little over $1,000 to change. And I believe it's because He blessed us for trying to make the right decision and trying to decide doing things His way. A couple weeks ago, this is a simple one, but one of the simple stories that I've told already on one of my videos is the most life-changing situation that God ever did in my life to remove all doubt and question of His existence. A couple weeks ago, I was on my way to go buy something and it was only $45, but I knew that I could either buy the tool or buy the part. And by buying the part, it may or may not work, and it wasn't something I could return for a snowmobile. And yeah, it's really that big of a deal to me that God cares about me not wasting money and not spending money unnecessarily on things that, yeah, it's recreational or things that I enjoy doing, but to help me when I acknowledge Him, like His word says. Acknowledge Him in all of His ways and He will direct your path. And this was a case that I really sensed God bailed me out of. And another time, when I was just finishing high school, I went on a trip all alone on my motorcycle. And Ski-Doos and motorcycles. Yeah, my life is more than just recreation. Although a good friend of mine did tell me one time that he wanted to spend more time with me because I knew how to have fun. So I guess somebody thinks that at one point in time in my life I know how to have fun. I believe it's important to enjoy what God gives you, not just desiring more and more, but making the most of what you have to be content. I don't want to get too many details into the bike thing, but God completely delivered me from a biker gang, and I was completely alone, terrified. But that was a dark place in my life at the time, and really turned my mind around to look for God. And thankfully He didn't leave. He wasn't gone anywhere. He was right where He always has been. Had a weird situation when I was in high school, fooling around, doing some bad stuff, and this guy sitting across from me in the dark just started moving his hand around. He was like looking at his hand and laughing. He's like, "Oh wow." And I really believe that there was some type of spiritual force using him, and especially considering the circumstances. At one point in time, working with children, we've had a couple situations that I'm going to ask them for permission to tell their stories, but yeah, one of the kids, we were standing around praying and he literally just fell. And maybe in your circles that's normal, but not where I'm from. Thanks for watching.